Hello, Verbling. I hope you're all having a great day today. My name is Lauren, and this is an intermediate speaking class. Today, actually, our good student Andre suggested we have this class today, and our class is going to be on job interviews. So he requested to have a class practicing this. I see that Javier has joined the Hangout. Hello, Javier. Oh, Javier, I can't hear you very well. Can you speak a little closer to your microphone, maybe?
Well, okay, I will try. Can you listen you?
Ooh, Javier, I can't hear you very well.
Okay, sorry.
I'll give you a minute. Okay. And welcome to Andre. Hello, Andre.
Hi, how you doing?
You're the star of the class.
Yes.
Because you requested this one.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. Oh, give me 1 second. Lydia? Can you
Hi.
hear me, Lydia?
Hello.
Hi. How
Yes.
are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, good. Did you get everything set up there? We were hearing a little bit of noise coming from you.
Yeah, I think it's all right.
Okay, good. Normally we ask that the students wear headphones, but I don't hear any echo. Oh, that's why. They're in.
I've got it.
Okay, that's why. Good. I was going to say, there's no problem, so that's great. Yay, and welcome. I don't think I've met you before.
No, it's my first time.
Is it your first time on Verbling ever?
No, it's my first time with you.
Oh, okay. Yay, welcome.
Thank you.
Great. And yeah, I was saying, Andre, I'm doing this class because you requested it.
Ah, yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Did you see I put your name in the class description?
Ah, yes, I see it.
Here, I'm copying it and putting it in the chat. There you go. And
yes.
we have the whole crew here. We have Blanca as well. Hello.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm a bit asleep, but I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Well, it's okay to be a little bit asleep. You'll be awake in just a few minutes.
Yes, but it's noon here. It's not that good. No, I went to a party and I just slept for about 3 hours or 4, so I'm asleep.
I know that feeling.
Oh, you know it. Okay.
Yeah, I do. Great. And welcome to Marta. Hello, Marta.
Hello.
Hi. How are you today?
A bit tired, but I can make it to the class.
You and Blanca.
What?
You and Blanca. Blanca, it said she's very tired too.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
That's okay. We'll wake you up very soon.
Thank you.
And welcome to Burkan. Hello, Burkan.
Pedro dicta a su equipo 3.
Oh, pardon me? Oh, Burkan, we can't hear you. You might be on mute. So there might be a little red button here at the top of your screen on the right. And make sure it is not red. Little red button. Oh,
okay.
there you are.
Hear? Mm-hmm.
I can hear you now.
Hello from Abu Dhabi.
Ooh, exciting! All around the world.
Yes, I spoke to you last week.
Mm-hmm. But you have your. We can meet you now. You have your camera on.
I came to Abu Dhabi yesterday.
Oh, are you? So you are traveling there on a vacation?
Not travel to work in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, to work. Oh.
I will work in Abu Dhabi. I will work to Borosh which produced raw materials, which is produce raw materials in Abu Dhabi. I came from Turkey to Abu Dhabi
Right. Okay. So
for
you
work.
Turkey to Abu Dhabi. Okay, for work.
Yes. Mhm.
Great. And you're still doing verbling. That's great.
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Great. And we also have Atay as well. Welcome back, Atay.
Hello, Lauren. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Couldn't be better.
Couldn't be better. That's awesome. And welcome. So I just want to see, Javier, how's everything working for you now?
For me?
Oh, no, Javier.
Can you listen to me now?
Oh, Javier, try speaking very close to your microphone like this.
Yeah, I tried to put it very near to my voice. I don't know if he's working properly.
It's working a little bit better right now. We can hear you a little bit, but it just means...
I will try to check it again. Anyway, I will be listening to you.
Okay, that's great. And you know what, Javier? If I don't hear you, just type it in the chat, like you did right now.
Right, okay.
And then we can talk. I just might not hear you. Great. And then finally, we also have Roman. Hello, Roman.
Oh, Warren, I haven't seen you. I didn't see you for 2 days, I think.
I know, my goodness. Where have I been?
I don't know.
I know. And I wanted to say also, Roman, your picture, your little picture, is that you and is that your wife?
Yes, yes.
That's such a funny picture. That's cute.
I think it's better than my previous picture where I with 10 girls from India.
Yeah, I agree. I remember you said your wife is your best friend.
Yes.
So that's good that she's in your picture now.
Yes.
Okay, great. So I'm just making sure I've said hello to everyone. I think I have. Good. Okay. So as you all know, as per Andre's request, we're doing interviews today. And job interviews are a really good topic because even if you are not looking for a job right now, or you will never apply for a job in English, let's say, it's still a really good practice to talk about yourself because as I put for my beginner class, which is next class, beginner speaking, it's really good to be able to talk about yourself because it's the most common conversation topic in English. Have you heard of the expression to be full of yourself?
No.
No.
No? Oh, this is a really common idiom. That's probably why I haven't taught it. To be full of yourself means like...
Type it? Could you type it?
Yeah. It means like to be conceited, to be obsessed with yourself. Like, oh, I'm so great. So people who speak English, a lot of us, we're a little bit full of ourselves. So it's very common to talk about ourselves. So if you're ever in a conversation, know how to talk about yourself, especially in a job interview. Does anyone have any problems seeing that link? Any problems looking at the link?
No.
I don't. Actually I can't see the chat area at all.
Okay, I'll put it in the Google chat.
Okay.
There we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm just going to open up mine here. And then we can screen share it. So if anyone has even any problems, you should be able to see it on my screen here. There we go.
Okay.
Did you notice that the Hangout changed a little bit? No? No one noticed? Okay.
Yes, a mail has arrived.
Oh, yeah.
It's just arrived informing that some changes have been made to Hangouts.
Oh, we're doing today.
Yeah, and I know that Verbling tried to fix everything with Google, so hopefully there's no problems. I know, Blanca, me neither.
Yeah.
And hello, Hamid, welcome.
Thank you, Lauren. How are you?
I'm great, how are you?
I am tired because of evening sport.
Oh, is it evening for you?
Yes, time is 8:10 p.m. for Turkey.
Ooh. And okay, Hamid, I feel you play tennis.
No,
Oh,
I did jogging and running. I did 2.91 kilometers.
2.9 kilometers. That's almost 2.9 kilometers. Ooh, that's like a half an hour, right?
No, I finished in 23 minutes.
That's really good, Hamid. That's really
Thank
good.
you.
Go, Hamid. Like, this is you.
Thank you.
Okay, great. So let's start actually. Instead of going through every question, I think I'm going to just start asking you questions. But I'll just explain a little bit first. So here's a list of potential questions you may encounter in everyday conversations, but you will definitely be asked some of these questions in a job interview. All students should turn their microphones off when they are not speaking and practice answering each question out loud as I ask them to other students. So I'm going to start with Andre, but while I'm speaking to, while I'm speaking to Andre, maybe Roman, turn your microphone off. Everyone else, turn your microphone off and try to speak and answer the questions by yourself. If you have any questions and you say, how would I answer that question, then you can ask me, but it's good to try. Okay. So Andre, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. I figure the best way to do this is for me to just start, okay?
Okay.
Oh, quickly, I have a little bit of advice. If I ever ask you, here, I'll show you one of these questions. Very often in a job interview, your employer will ask you something like this, okay? What is one of your weaknesses? And then, of course, what is one of your strengths? They may also ask you, describe a situation or a situation you experienced in which you were not sure how to handle or in which it was a very big challenge. What did you do to overcome this obstacle? And a question like this, have you ever had difficulty working with your boss or your supervisor or manager? If you are ever asked, have you had any problems in the past working with others? Or have you ever been in a very bad situation? What is your worst quality? Don't be too honest about this one. Because if, for example, you don't work very well with others, and you say to your boss, I don't really like people. I don't like working in a group. I don't like being told what to do. I don't like doing this. I mean, that's not a good idea. You want to be honest, but don't say your biggest flaw, your biggest bad thing about yourself.
New bosses don't like you to talk bad about the others.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Thank you, Blanca. So if you're ever asked the question, if Andre, for example, I say, Andre, have you ever had problem with one of your employers? And Andre
No.
says, good.
Absolutely not.
Good, good. You don't want to say, oh, yes, I had one boss. I hated him. He was horrible. Don't say that.
Unacceptable.
Yeah. Okay, so Andre, I'm just going to ask you, I'm going to go and ask each person about maybe 4 or 5 questions. Okay?
Okay.
If you want to answer a specific question for anyone else, please ask me. That's no problem. I will ask you that question. But the biggest one you need to know for sure is how to describe your education, which is number 5. How to describe your education and or what kind of training you have. But okay, let's start finally. So Andre, how are you doing today?
I'm pretty good. And you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. So what kind of education do you have?
I'm graduated at college in computer science. After 2 years, I graduated in my first post-graduation in IT management. And next month, I will conclude my second post-graduation in business management.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of education. That's great. So do you have any hands-on experience?
Yes, I work with software development about 10 years, and my next goal is to be a boss in my department. I have this goal in my professional career.
I see, I see. So I guess right now you are applying for that job to be higher management. Let's pretend that's what you're doing. Okay, that's great, that's great. So have you ever had any trouble working with others in a group?
No, actually, I like to work with other people because in my opinion, it's very important to share the knowledge among people. Because, for example, sometimes I know a lot something, and my coworker has another quality. So for me, it's very important to exchange the knowledge between people.
Oh, wow! Exchange the knowledge. That's. I just want to mention your English is so good. How did you learn how to speak English?
About 6 years in private schools in my country, and 2 months ago I went to the United States and I studied English for 1 month in a private school in San Diego, California. And after my trip, I'm practicing by Verbaling. It's the best site in the world to practice English.
Oh, wow, Verbaling. That sounds amazing.
You know that?
Oh, no, I've never heard of Verbaling before, but it sounds just unbelievable.
Yeah, there are amazing teachers there.
So, Andre, I have maybe 10 people applying for this job right now, and a lot of them have really good English and really good education. So why should I hire you out of everyone else?
Because, in my opinion, I have a big background in my career, and because I like my job activity, and above of them, I will help the company to achieve the goals, the results, and increase the profits. With my experience.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, great. Well, Andre, I will. I'm just writing down your information, and I will. Do you have any questions for me?
No, so far so good.
Great, great. Okay, well, we will contact you and let you know.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Andre, first off, great, excellent answers. All of your answers were really good. Some advice I forgot to give you. And of course, you couldn't have asked me questions right now because, well, I'm not a real company. But in all jobs where they ask you, well, at least every job I've ever applied for, so maybe this is something that we do in Canada and the United States,
yes.
They always say, do you have questions for me? And they always want you to have questions. So even if you don't have questions, ask something.
Yes, okay.
But again, it's better if you prepare the questions, like, or even you can ask, what salary would I be getting?
Yes.
You can ask.
Is that proper? Ask about salary?
Absolutely, Blanca. And I have always asked every job interview. You just say, and what kind of pay is it? What kind of pay can I expect if I get the job? I'll just write that down. And this gives them an opportunity to say, well, we will start you at, for example, we will start you at $35,000 a year salary, but every year you go up $5,000 if you meet our standards.
Yes.
So it's okay to ask that.
Or for example, if the company has a career plan, for example.
Yeah, exactly. And that's your chance to ask them that. Or another.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, that's okay, Blanca. Go ahead.
No, it's strange because in my country it's not very common to ask about salary, and I think it depends on the country.
Absolutely. Yep, I agree. And another thing you can ask, Blanca, would be, in some countries you wouldn't ask this because some countries might, or some people might interpret this as rushing them. But it's very common to say, and is there a time I can call to follow up with you? Follow up means to ask if you got the job. So for example, with Verbling, let's say they did not call me in 3 days after I sent my resume. I could call them and say, hello, my name is Lauren Walters. I just gave my application to Verbling. I'm just calling to follow up on my resume or on my application, to follow up.
Okay.
To follow up. It's like a friendly, nice way. And you can also ask, when can I, do you have an idea? Do you have an idea of when you will be calling successful applicants? So that's a really, lots of words, but essentially you can say, when do you think I can call to find out the status of my application?
Okay.
Status of my application. There we go. I want everyone also to notice that Andre, when I asked, do you work well in groups? He said he didn't just say, oh yes, I really like working well in groups. He elaborated, which means he said, I like working in groups because I like the knowledge transfer. I might feel very knowledgeable in one sense, but I know that someone else must be very knowledgeable in another sense, and we can transfer our knowledge. That's really good. You should all steal that. Okay. Thank you so much, Andre.
You're welcome.
And please ask if you want to answer any other questions, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Let's move on let's try Roman, because poor Roman is always last.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go back to, and I just want to make sure, Roman, you don't have your camera on today, right?
I explain you because it's very hot in my country and I sit without a shirt.
That's
so
okay.
I don't want to shock you.
No, that's okay. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't something wrong with your camera, because normally...
No, everything all right, but I'm shy.
Okay, that's so funny. That's so funny. Okay, so let's start asking you some questions. So first off, Roman, what job are you applying for right now?
I have been working for a big solvent extraction factory for 7 years as a chief operator, and I am in charge of workshop of extraction.
Do you ever hire people who speak English?
Repeat, please.
Do you ever hire people who speak English?
Sometimes in my job, sometimes I work with people who speak English because almost all my equipment produced in Euro Union, and English language is common for making documentation with companies which produce with equipment.
So is it better, should I interview you, or do you want to interview me?
I don't understand you.
Because you are already the boss, do you want to interview me, or do you want me to interview you?
No, I want you to ask me because I'm going to have interview in week in Canada, so it's more...
Okay, so what job are you applying to in Canada?
Okay, I have been working in agricultural sphere for a long time, so I am hope to find
What did you say? For what? You have been working at what? Just repeat that.
I have been working in agricultural sphere for a long time, so I hope to find appropriate job connection with producing different seeds or oil in Canada.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you some questions. Okay. Hello there, Roman or Roman. Do I call you Roman?
Yes, of course.
I'm just kidding. I'm pretending I don't know you. Okay. Okay, great. So, where are you from?
I'm from Ukraine, Odessa city.
Oh, great, great. So, did you do your education in the Ukraine?
Yes, of course. I graduated from Ilyichovsk Vocation College, and I have diploma in mechanic, loading, uploading machine, and I have a bachelor degree in sociology. It was my distant education, and I had a lot of different on-job training.
Oh, you have a lot of job training. Like, what kind of job training?
My job training connects with work with vessel under pressure, work with pipes under pressure, and leading safety technological process with easy fired liquids.
Interesting. So, do you feel pretty confident then working with people who only speak English?
Yes, of course, because I have been studying English for several years, and I have IELTS exam. I had IELTS certificate with 5.5 in each section, so I think that I can confident to speak with people in English.
Great, great. What have you found has been the greatest challenge for you at work or at your job?
A great challenge for me on my job, it's usually to apply a new position, because when you start working in much more higher positions than you have, it's always very interesting because you have new duties, and you have, of course, a lot of new responsibilities. So I think it's a big challenge, but I'm ready to it.
Okay, that's really good. So I'm just wondering, can you tell me, what do you think has been your greatest failure at your job right now?
Failure. Experiment this. What is failure?
Failure is when you have failed at something. You did not do well. You did not do a good job.
Yes, sometimes when we don't receive appropriate service for our equipment, it's quite difficult for me to work with this equipment because with equipment not work doesn't work very good without this service. So it's always difficult for me.
So it must really annoy you when the equipment is not fixed properly.
Yes, of course, it's very annoying for me.
Good. Okay. So I'm just wondering, do you have any questions for me?
Yes, I will have questions, but it's very specific. I don't want to, because it connects more with immigration process to Canada.
That's okay. Practice asking the question, even if I can't answer.
Okay, I try. In the next step of immigration process, should my wife to pass IELTS exam?
Should your wife? One more time?
Should my wife pass IELTS exam?
That is a question I don't know.
Yes.
But okay, great. So thank you for the interview, Roman. If you don't have any more questions, I guess we will let you know if you got the job.
I have one little question. Explain me, please, what should I say about second question? Tell me about yourself. What should I say here? Because I don't understand.
Good question. This is a really common question, so thank you for asking. You answered the question well, but for the second question, I didn't ask you specifically, tell me about yourself. If that's one of the first questions, use that to talk about your education and your training, but also tell them about who you are. So, for example, Roman, let's say you are interviewing me for the verbaling job, and you say, tell me about yourself. I could say, I have my bachelor's degree in English, and I have a bachelor's degree in education here in Canada. As a person, I am very friendly, and I am really good at problem solving, and I'm a very fast learner. That's just about me, so you will not see that on my resume. That is your opportunity to say things about your personality or who you are as a person. So you can say, I love to learn, I'm a very fast learner, and I am a very efficient worker, and I enjoy leading a group. You could say that, Roman, because you told us that a couple classes ago.
Okay, thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yes, I just write it.
Oh, you're writing. Okay, good.
Thank you.
Great. Okay, so now I'm going to ask Javier. Can you hear us? Javier? Oh, Javier. Okay, I have an idea, Javier. Because we can't hear you right now, I'm going to ask questions to, let's say, Lydia. And Hamid, you're going to reply as if they, oh, sorry, not Hamid. I meant Javier. You are going to reply to the questions as if I'm asking them to you, but type them in the chat, okay? And then I will comment on them after I finish speaking with Lydia. Okay, great. So, hello there, Miss Rodriguez. How are you doing today?
Hello, thank you very much. I'm doing very well.
Good. And what position are you applying for today?
I'm applying for a foreign exchange assistant position.
Foreign exchange assistant position. So that would be going on a foreign exchange or looking at...
working with FX.
Working with FX?
Yes,
so
foreign exchange rates.
Right. So you decide who goes on a foreign exchange? Oh, no.
I have to price the rates, the currency rates. It's a treasury work. Actually, okay. I'm going to apply for it. So.
Oh yeah, I get it. So foreign exchange. I was thinking like when a student goes on a foreign exchange.
No, foreign exchange rates is for currencies.
Yeah, you're correct. Foreign exchange rates. I'm an English teacher. I don't know math. Okay, great. So Lydia, I'm trying to think of a question to ask you about your math, but okay, hang on. So Lydia, what education do you have?
I hold a bachelor degree in business administration, and after I finished, I started an MBA in Madrid, and this MBA had an internship in a bank, in the treasury of the bank, so I could have contact with interest rates and FX and all that involved.
I see. So do you have any experience developing those rates by yourself?
Yes.
Wow, and are you able to make up the equations yourself?
Yes, but as it was just an internship, I couldn't progress all I would want it. So that's why I am applying to this job, because I would like to learn more about it and to work on a little bit more.
Great. And do you find that you learn fairly quickly, or does it take you a long time to learn things?
No, it's because it's something that I like. I find it really easy to learn, and I think I'm a fast learner. So if I have the training for it, I could learn very quickly.
That's good to know. Maybe I'm just curious, how did you learn how to speak English?
Well, I've been living in England for a year, and then I started to study in a course and also working for 4 months. So that gave me the opportunity to put it into practice, my English languages.
That's great. And do you feel confident in discussing, like, if we needed to use you to be a communicator with people who speak English, do you feel confident?
Yeah, I don't have any problem with that. I think I could do it quite well.
Oh, great. What would you say is your biggest challenge?
My biggest challenge in my personal life or my professional life?
Let's go your professional life.
Well, I would like to find a job that really I really will feel that I am developing professionally. And I always have the feeling that I'm learning new things every day.
Right, so you find it a challenge to stay stimulated.
Yeah.
What would you say has been your biggest, or is one of your biggest points of weakness?
Well, I think I'm a bit impatient. Because I wanted everything in a shorter period of time, but it's something I can handle it.
I see. Well, do you have any questions for me?
Yes, I would like to know when can I call you to follow up my application?
Great question. I'm thinking if you don't hear from us in about a week, you can call us back.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time.
Great. Thank you so much, Lydia. Okay. I want to say to everyone, Lydia did a really good job at answering that question. So I see that Ilias asked in the chat, he said, what's a point of weakness? So a point of weakness is something you are not good at, something you are bad at. And Lydia did well. She didn't say, well, I'm not very good at showing up to work on time. She didn't say anything bad. She said, I'm impatient. I want to do things quicker than it is possible. That's good. That means she has good work ethic, good work standards. So that, Lydia, you answered that question perfectly.
Oh, thank you.
Good. And yeah, and did you have any questions about the questions I asked, Lydia?
No, I think no, everything is fine.
Good. And what about any of those questions on the list? If you have any questions about how you would answer one of those, feel free to ask me, okay?
Okay.
Okay, great. Great, and let's move on to Ate. Ate, what kind of job would you be applying for?
I would be applying for a supply chain manager.
A supply team manager.
Chain.
What's a supply team?
Chain, a supply chain, logistics.
Supply chain. Is that like with sciences or business?
It's
Supply chain.
both of them.
Supply chain.
It's about
Okay.
logistics and supply and transport also.
Okay, great. Okay, great. So, Ate, hello. Welcome to our interview. My name is Lauren. I'm just wondering, can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Okay, my name is Atta Reda, and I am a fresh graduate from university, and I have an engineering degree in logistics, and this year I am doing a master's degree in France, and I'm actually now I am an internship for a very big company of logistics and transportation.
And do you like it?
Yes, it's my passion.
Good. Wow, that's great. And how are your organizational skills?
In fact, I like to organize all my work, especially when I have a lot of things to do. I make sure that I don't start to work before I make the plan that I will use to achieve my goals. So in the end, I will be sure that I have satisfied all the things my mother told me to do.
Oh, wow. You seem very ambitious.
Thank you.
Do you find that people tell you that a lot? That you are ambitious?
Yes, actually, if you visit my LinkedIn page, you will just look at the top and when you read actually I wrote this is real, not for the interview.
Oh, no, I believe you.
In my LinkedIn page, I wrote my name is Atae, and I wrote A for ambitious, T for teamwork, A for I forgot, and E for I forgot.
That's funny. Well, good. That ambitious is number one. That's a good word you can use in an interview. You know, everyone always says I'm extremely ambitious, but this is my passion, and I'm happy doing these, something like that. Good. And Ate, I'm just wondering, have you ever been in a position of leadership before?
Actually, I'm a fresh graduate from college, but so I had some internship and I was in a teamwork. Now, for example, in this internship, I'm working with the team who are located not in France, in Dubai. So we have to achieve a lot of goals, and sometimes there must be someone to be leading the work, because if we don't do this, everything go on the all senses, in the all directions. So there must be someone who gathers all the work and and encore, and also give some energy and enthusiasm to the others. That would be me.
Good answer, Ate. Okay, great. I'm just wondering. This concludes our interview. Do you have any questions for me, or?
Yes, I have two questions, in fact. The first one is, what kind of salary should I expect? And the second one is, when will I be contacted for further communication with you?
Great question. Thank you. We don't discuss the salaries with applicants. We only discuss it with you if you get the job. And for your second question, don't worry about calling us. We'll call you if you get the job.
Okay. Can I get a number so I can call you?
Well, don't worry about calling us. We'll call you.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, and Ate, I'm sorry for those last two answers. I just wanted to give an example because sometimes they won't want you to call. Sometimes they will only call you if you got the job, and they don't want you to call. So that's an example of what they might say, like, don't worry, we'll call you.
Okay.
Yeah, but normally they appreciate you wanting to call. And also, I wanted to give an example of what it sounds like if they don't want to talk about the salary.
Okay.
Yeah, and so great questions. Normally they talk about it, but every now and then they might say, we don't talk about that yet. We talk about it only if you get the job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But great, what you asked was perfect. That's exactly what you say.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, good. Great. Okay, thank you so much, Ate. And let's go to Blanca. Miss Blanca.
Yes.
Okay, Blanca, what kind of job would you be applying for?
I'll be applying for psychologist manager.
Psychology manager. Okay, great.
Yes.
Okay. Hello. How are you doing today?
I'm pretty well, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing great. And I'm just curious, what sparked your interest in psychology? That's kind of an expression. What sparked? This is like a fire, like a tiny fire. When you take two rocks and you rub the rocks together, a spark. Little tiny.
Yes.
So when I say what sparked your interest, this means what started your interest.
What made me study psychology?
Mm-hmm.
What? I like to know about people. I'm curious about people's thoughts. So I like to know how, while I'm seeing something black, the other people can see it white, and it's interesting.
What is your favorite, I guess, subject within psychology? Like, what do you most like to look at?
Psychopathology.
Psychopathology.
Yes. Yes, and illness, all those things.
You really like looking at illnesses?
Yes.
Are you crazy yourself?
No, I'm not.
I'm just kidding.
The others are the craziest ones. The others, I'm not.
I'm not crazy, but I like crazy people. Okay, and what would you say is your biggest challenge when you're learning about psychology, or when you are diagnosing psychological problems? What is the biggest problem?
To establish a differential diagnosis. I don't know. Diagnostic. I don't know the word.
Diagnostic. Perfect.
Diagnostic. Yes, because there are some pathologies who share common things, common aspects, and you have to decide which one is from which pathology or not. And you can just say this is a neurotic or a psychotic, a psycho person, because you have to be clear what's the main, how do you say this? Topic. So I don't know. I forgot the word. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm just curious, Blanca. How do you feel about your English proficiency?
My English proficiency. I think I haven't used it in my profession. This is not a profession when you use English every day to get contact with. So I can't develop my English when I'm working. So I have to do it outside, in places like Berkeley or something like that.
And let's say a patient came to see you and they only spoke English.
Oh, I can handle that, but it's very strange. Yes, I could have an interview. I could handle a conversation with a patient, but there is not a typical situation in my profession. And there is a lot of interesting readings. I had to read a lot about psychology and English.
And what experience do you have what experience do you have in the field? Do you know what I mean by that, in the field?
Yes. Well, I have an experience in the field, and besides the field, I've been working for high school as a vice principal. In high school, it's not like psychology properly, but well, I've been working that because I have to talk with the students and their parents, and I have also been attending patients for a long time, writing articles, psychology articles for a magazine. Well, some other things, but not related with psychologists.
Okay, great. Oh, great. And I guess you have them all on your resume, so I'll look at that later. Great, Blanca. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes. If I get the job, when will I have to start working?
You would have to start working next week. Would that be a problem?
No, I'm available.
Great, great. Okay, great. Well, we'll call you back if you get the job. Thank you, Blanca.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. Okay, so Blanca, the only thing I would suggest is, I know that it's not typical for your job, but if they ever ask you something like that, like for any job, what do you think about your English proficiency? Always just say, oh, I feel great. I feel great. I could do anything. I could speak to a patient in English, no problem. Okay, and your English is great, Blanca. You should say that anyways.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, great. So we're going to get to, I think I said Burkhan first, then what did I say? Well, anyways, let's do Burkhan, then we'll do Marta, and then we'll do Hamid. Okay, great. So, Burkhan, what kind of job would you be applying to?
I couldn't understand, excuse me.
That's okay. What kind of job would you apply to?
I'm a mechanical engineer, plastic pipe technology engineer. I started today. I started to work in Abu Dhabi for plastic pipe producing technology engineer.
So would you want to apply to be a manager?
No, manager, engineer.
Right, an engineer. No, I know. I just wasn't sure if you wanted to like manage the other engineers, but that's okay. Okay, so Burkhan, tell me about your experience. How many years of experience or education do you have?
I have worked for 10 years in plastic pipe producing.
10 years, wow.
10 years, yes. I explained briefly I was in 2003 and 2009 I was in production supervisor position, and I produced PPR, clean water pipe and its additional parts. and P pressure pipe and additional part, and then 2000 between 2009 and 2011 I worked in technical manager.
Technical manager. Did you like being in charge of people?
In Turkey, but I have worked in plastic pipe sector for 10 years in Turkey.
I understand.
Which firm is Design Group, and then I decided to work abroad.
Why did you work abroad?
Because learn English.
You want to learn English?
Yes, I want to learn English. I and my wife and my daughter want to learn English and possibly maybe learn Arabic, and then good salary, earn much money, and I have the other cultural experience.
Good. Good. No, that's great. That's great. And I want to say to everyone, pay attention to how Berkan, very good job, Berkan, even when he did not know the word, he kept trying. He never said, oh, never mind. He always kept trying. And when I asked him, why did you do this? He talked about his family and a new experience, new languages. Employers want to hear that. They want to
hear.
Especially for Roman. Roman, this is good advice for you.
Yes, but it is not easy to live in Abu Dhabi because I haven't ever been abroad. Because of this, I have to, because this I am hard for me, because it is hard for me because inshallah I will learn English and to speak you fluently.
That's okay. That's good. It's good that you are trying and you want to improve. That's good. And keep coming to Verbling. More practice.
Yes.
But I'm so sorry, Berkan. I have to go to Marta now.
Yes, okay.
Because class is on. Okay, but come to my next speaking class.
I will participate the your lesson.
Great.
I think.
Great. That would be great. And I have a beginner class next. So maybe you can come to that.
Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you, Berkan.
Thank you.
And now to Marta. So, and before I get to Marta, I just want to let everyone know class is ending a little bit late today because I'm getting to Marta and Hamid. So I've just put my information in the chat if you'd like to follow me on Verbling and Facebook. So if you need to leave to go to another class, that's okay. Okay, so Marta.
Hello.
Hi. Marta, what kind of job would you apply for?
I would apply for a teacher position.
Teaching, great.
Yeah.
Great. And what kind of education do you have for that position?
I've completed a bachelor degree and a master's degree.
Master's in education?
Yes.
That's really great. That's great. So, what is your focus in education? What do you love about your education? About education?
Can you rephrase, please?
Sure. Good. That's a really good way of asking someone to repeat themselves, by the way. Everyone, if you're saying, can you repeat or can you rephrase? That means say it with different words. Yeah, sure. So, did you look at, let's say, assessment or grading, or did you look at early childhood development or teenagers, like secondary school or kindergarten?
With my master's degree, I can teach to secondary schools. So my focus is on teenagers.
Teenagers?
Yes.
What is the biggest challenge teaching teenagers, do you think?
I don't know, maybe at this day and age, maybe discipline.
Discipline.
Yes.
And have you ever found yourself in a challenging position with, let's say, a teenager before?
Not yet, not. Maybe I'm lucky, but I haven't found any difficulty.
Great, great. What would you say is your biggest weakness as a teacher, or your biggest challenge?
Well, my biggest challenge is that I would like that all students learn at the same pace, but unfortunately I have to recognize that not all students have the same ability, so the learning so I have to wait and to differentiate between those who learn fast and those who learn with some delay.
Absolutely. Have you ever had trouble with a principal?
No, I haven't.
Good. What about with other teachers?
All the other colleagues were lovely and nice to me, so I haven't had any trouble.
Good
so
answer.
Far.
Good, great. And I just wanted to ask you. Oh, of course. How do you think your coworkers would describe you?
They would describe me as a determined person and hardworking and thoroughly familiar with my subject, with the subject I teach.
That's really good. And which subject is that?
Literature.
Literature, great. And what kind of literature?
Italian literature.
Italian literature. So if I hired you to come teach Italian literature at my school where everyone speaks English, do you think you would be okay?
Yes, because I am specializing in teaching Italian as a second language too. So there won't be many problems with that.
That's great. Great, Marta. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate the interview. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes. How can I follow up my applicant status?
Good. You can, if you don't hear from us in a couple days, you can call us.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Well, looks good, Marta. We look forward to hearing from you, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye. Good. Great question there, Marta, when you said, please, I'm looking for the status of, or my applicant status, or the status of my application. Perfect. That's really good. What was I going to say? There's something else you did. Oh, when I said, how would your colleagues describe you? It's always good to say your colleagues would describe you being very professional and very knowledgeable in your field of study, which is Italian literature. And that's what you said. So that's perfect, Marta. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, great. And now let's move on to Hamid. And for everyone who wanted to take my beginner class, I already posted in the chat that we would start a few minutes late. So we need to get to Hamid.
Okay, so, thank you.
Hamid, what job would you apply for?
I want to apply quality control management laboratory member.
A laboratory member, because you love chemistry.
Yes.
Okay, great. So, Mr. Hamid, what kind of education do you have?
I have just attended my master degree at chemistry. I also finished my bachelor degree at chemistry too.
Great. And what kind of experience do you have in the field?
Actually, I have no experience because I am unemployed.
And did you just finish your degree?
Yes, I have just finished last August.
Okay. And Hamid, I'll just tell you right now, if they ever ask you what experience do you have, Hamid, say, I have lots of experience from the labs I did during my career, during my education, but I just graduated, so this is the first time I'm looking for employment. Don't say you are unemployed, because that word has a negative sound, a negative connotation, unemployed. So try not to say that. Just say, this is my first time looking for employment in this field.
Okay, I have just graduated from my master degree, and firstly, it is my first interview with you.
Great. Okay, great. So, what kind of worker are you?
I think I am smart. I am innovative, colorful, and brainstorming, and team member.
You are a good team player. That's great.
Yes.
That's great. And how do you think in maybe other jobs or working in groups at school, how do you think your coworkers would describe you?
My coworkers, my schoolmates describe me smart, passionate for his job, and liking his job.
Liking your job. That's good. That's great. And what about, for my last question, I want to know, I have about 15 people applying for this job right now. Why should I hire you of all the rest of the people?
Because I think my background is strong, and also I am knowledgeable, and good team member. Also innovative person.
And you're also innovative.
Yes, definitely.
That's great. That's great. Do you think you're good at problem solving?
Yes, because I am good at internet using, so I also like researching something from internet. For example, when I think something and I can find easily from internet or other sources.
Great. Well, then you would be an asset to our team, because we really do need someone who's very resourceful. I'm putting that word in here for you, Hamid. Resourceful. That's a good word for you to use if you get asked that. Good. Okay, great. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, I have one question. And when will I learn the result for my application status?
We will be looking at applications in the next maybe week or 2 weeks, and then we will call the successful applicants.
Okay, thank you, Miss Lauren.
Thank you very much, Hamid, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, see you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, great. So Hamid, really good word for you to use is resourceful. Oops.
Okay.
So resourceful, really good word for you because that describes who you are. And Hamid, it's really good that you talked about your passion. Employers want to see that you are excited about what you're doing. So that's good. I'm innovative and this is my passion. The people who I work with always say that I'm very passionate about my work. That's a really good way to talk about yourself.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you have any questions for me about how to answer any of those questions?
Actually, this is my original first interview, like real life. I have no experience, so it provided good experience for me.
Good, good, Hamid. Well, I hope that maybe you can go and re-watch this video and it will help you remember, I guess it will help you with
other
practicing.
people's things.
Yeah, listen to everyone else's again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, Hamid, and thank you to everyone. Great interviews. If you have any more questions, just message them to me. And thank you so much, Andre, for suggesting this class, because everyone has seemed to enjoy it.
Yes, I think.
I think so too. Okay, great. Goodbye, everyone. We'll see you soon, hopefully.